Bienvenido, raza, a nuestro programa Puro Potente, where everything we talk is potente.
The past,
the present,
and the future. Gentlemen, how have y'all guys been? How was your week? Johnny, anything interesting happening in Victoria, Texas?
puro trabajo, puro work, bro. Just working all week, working hard all week, man. That's it.
You're telling me nothing exciting in Victoria, wait?
I could tell you some stuff, but man, it's gonna be a long list. So, no, we'll keep it
Oh,
short and sweet.
okay. How about you, Q? Anything happening in your neck of the woods?
man, there's always something going on over here. Um, I apologize for my look. I know I'm carrying a lot of luggage today. It's been a long week, man. Just a lot of work. Just a lot of stuff going on at work. Just real
But you
busy.
have
But
you have you
but
have HIPAA rules that you can't talk about what goes on at your work or what?
well, yes, I always said it's better if I don't really talk too much about work. For a variety of reasons, ¿verdad? But I don't
Okay.
really like to talk about what it is I do and where I work because people have different opinions on different things, and so to me it's
Okay.
just a job, but to other people it may be and they may see it as I'm taking some sort of stance or a position on a number of things, but it's just a job. It's just for money. It's like anything else, man. But I do work a lot of hours. You already know that. So I was
Esteban,
making up for the time that I spent on vacation, man. I didn't I didn't work any overtime when I was on vacation, obviously. So I
Gotta
had to
make
make up for
up.
that time.
Tienes que reponer la feria que
Ya
gastaste,
sabes, bro, ya
vato, ya
sabes.
sabes.
well,
Puro ramen noodles for
I
the
was
next
barely
2 weeks,
gonna,
compadre.
I was barely gonna ask you how are you recuperating from the vacation time, brother?
Ay, esta gata. I got a cat right here next to me here, man. You have to excuse me. No, I'm good, man. I slept the whole day, man, when I got back. It was
That's good.
a long trip back, about 29, 30 hours of drive back. Yes, they had a flat tire there and had to wait for a tire shop to open up, pero just outside of Houston, pero gracias a Dios, pues salió todo bien and they were able to fix the tire. And I got back home. We got home probably in the afternoon, about 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. Y no, hombre, me quedé dormido. I probably slept for 12, 14 hours, pero uh, everything back to normal
No,
so far. Just getting back into the swing of things, está cabrón, porque pues uno se acostumbra de estar de vacaciones y pues a little bit more relaxed over there, pero ahora sí, ya estamos echándole ganas y
hey,
con el favor de Dios, pues continuamos echándole ganas ahí en el trabajo, bastante overtime.
hey, but I know you're not used to sleeping that long because man, you're always up, brother. And God, man, I can't believe, man, the
No,
way your trip, the way you sleep, your sleep schedule is just crazy, brother.
yeah, I don't. When I sleep 3, maybe 4 hours, and then I'm up. Pero cuando pega el sueño, ¿verdad? Y pues uno tiene
Oh yeah.
que tomar un tiempo para cuidarse uno mismo y pues I sleep. When I'm up for long periods, 24, 35 hours straight, pues I sleep 10, 12 hours straight. But so nobody hears from me. It's like a hibernating bear, man. Este vato se perdió, no sé, no, nadie sabe nada. But yeah, I'm just just
I
getting
know
caught up.
when you're asleep because I don't get any TikToks from you. So when I get the TikToks in the middle of the night at
That's
6 o'clock in the morning, este güey apenas salió del trabajo, titing, titing,
uh,
titing. I'm like, okay, all of a sudden there's no
that's what I was.
TikToks. I'm going to sleep.
That's what I was gonna tell you. That's what I was gonna tell you, Anthony. We know when he's asleep because we don't get no
There's no
response. We don't get no TikToks. Nada.
no TikTok, no response, no nothing, no shit.
That's exactly right, man. If I'm sending you TikToks, man, I'm awake.
I
I'm
know.
grooving. I'm doing my thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead. Earlier this week, I was on a show. I think it's Tejano Time. It was with Buddy and Nemo, right, Johnny? Buddy and Nemo.
Nemo. Yeah.
Yeah, and they showed Buddy queued up the Tejano Music Awards. So I said, man, that'd be pretty good to show on our show and get y'all's unique perspective of or your memories of that event. So we're gonna go ahead and watch it, and then we'll discuss it after it. Okay?
Sounds good,
Bueno.
man.
Let's see. Let's bring this up. It's the first time that I do this. So, here we
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen from Karn City, Texas, put your hands together for Potente.
Linda morenita de ojitos cafés, yo te quiero mucho, ya volví otra vez. Sabes que te quiero con todo el corazón. Nunca se me olvida el amor de los dos. Y ahora, juntos los dos, viviremos felices. Bien sabes, mi amor, nunca morenita,
Yes, thank you.
me olvido de ti, amor y
Esteban, watch that haircut, Esteban.
Ya sé, no. Como quisiera que me creciera el pelo así.
Johnny's long hair. I think, what? Johnny has long hair for God, man. What are you doing? Think I have that?
Oye, de ahí no me levanto ya, bro.
What about? No,
Te pegan rumas.
What are you talking about?
Me pega el calambre ahí en la pierna y ya no me levanto de ahí.
No, el calambre, güey, cuando tenías 15, 16 años que no se escucha ahorita, güey.
It's over. It's over, brother.
Saludos, Blanca, thank you. Muchísimas gracias por sintonizar. Carmen, ya sabes, that's your favorite song right there, man. Hey, Art, thank you for tuning in. Legendary, I appreciate it, my man. I've been keeping up with you guys. Hey, I saw you go pull this helado, man, in your eyes, Art. It's okay. Hey, keep on going, brother. You know it. It's in la vida del músico.
That's the music business, brother. Music business.
Saludos, Art.
Say hi to mom.
Blanca.
Say hi to mom.
Saludos, Mom. Hi, Mama. You say you're in and out of service over there.
Gracias, San Antonio.
Saludos para Monterrey, Blanca.
There you go. Let's see what we got here. Well, that was a blast.
Hey, Esteban, can you do this?
Go ahead.
I said, Esteban, would you be able to get up after that?
No, ya no me levanto, bro.
Ya no me levanto.
No. Ahí me quedo acostado, güey. Tirado en el suelo.
Hey, todas las noches. Hay nomás que te traigan la colcha y
Hey,
esto.
yes.
Mándale saludos a Carmen Mirza, Esteban's favorite. Carmen, ya sabe. He knows that Junior's favorite songs are Linda Morenita and Hombre Muerto, man.
Ay, cómo joden ustedes.
Ay, ay, ay.
Mm.
Hey, here's my mom. Let's see what my mom
We
has to
picked
say.
on you, brother.
I'm going sleeping in out of service out here in the boonies at Aunt Sandy's, but I'm glad I caught the show live this time. That's great. Thank you for tuning in, Mom. We really appreciate
No,
it.
Mom.
You can always watch it
Love you, Mom.
tomorrow. And anyway, we got right here. Look at, man, this is my boy right here, Art Conjunto Cats Campos. Legendary. Thank you, my man. It is legendary. Well, I don't know. I mean, we were young, so I don't know if it's legendary, but I mean, for most people, it is legendary. But
Ladies
thank
and
you.
gentlemen, with the
We
sound that
appreciate
is
that.
well beyond their years.
There you go. We didn't hear that, so why didn't you go ahead and add that? Oh, gentlemen,
Well,
what do you guys remember about that experience? Johnny, first, you first. Tell me through your eyes, what did you remember about that?
I remember that we went. I remember that we went and that day shopping because it was a last minute thing. And hombre, anduvimos in the malls in San Antonio trying to find what. I mean, it was a last minute thing, and it was me and Richard. Me and Richard, we were together
Y'all weren't
trying to
ready.
find. It was a vest that we were looking for.
That's right.
No, we weren't ready.
We weren't ready.
If we weren't ready, and it was a vest that we were trying to find, and we couldn't find it, and man, it came down to the wire, bro, and we finally found a vest, and we agreed on it, and we bought it, and we went straight to the Tejano Music Awards. Man, it was a great epic day, bro, like all day long looking for that vest, and we found it. We didn't find the actual vest that we wanted, but we found something similar. But man, we passed the time, nombre, todo el día, just from mall to mall to store, and we finally found it. Like it was down to the wire, bro.
Well, man, I'm
Down to the
glad.
wire.
I'm glad that you found something. It looked phenomenal, at least from my perspective, then and now. I mean, dude, you did a great job, man. I
Yeah.
don't know who found it, you or the other one, but I'm not going to mention names, but you, okay? But I'm glad that you did. How about
Yeah.
you, Junior? What is
Yeah.
your cue? Talk to
well,
me. What's up?
first of all, congratulations on dressing yourself, Johnny. We were really glad that you were able to accomplish that mission. You and Richard. Congratulations. Good job, guys.
Thank
Este,
you.
you know,
Thank you.
that was so long ago, man. 1996, and I was what 17 years old, maybe. It was the summer. I think it was summer of '96, and so I don't. It, I wasn't really focused on what was going on. It was so surreal. It was so big back then. It was such a big deal, and there was so much going on that I was, man, more than nervous. So I kind of limited myself to whatever was happening around me only, so I didn't really get the big picture, man. I honestly don't even remember while we were on stage. I don't remember looking up more than maybe a couple of times. I mean, maybe the camera shows me looking up, but as far as looking out to see what was going on, man, if I looked up or saw the crowd a couple of times, maybe twice in that whole time, which is kind of hard to believe because you watch the video and you see you're looking, it looks like you're looking out, but you're in such a different place in your mind that you don't even remember what's going on out there. So I mean, just so people kind of
Yeah.
grasp what really happens when you're on a stage that big and you're in front of a crowd that large, in an event that big and that important. It's very surreal, man. It doesn't really register with you, and you don't really take a whole lot of like really graphic memories from there. It's more of a nostalgic feel. So, but man, we met a lot of people that afternoon, that evening, that night. And had a great time, man.
Yep.
Made a lot of friends, and got to know a lot of different bands, and just met a lot of people.
Musicians.
Yeah, again,
Crazy.
I'm not a
Yep.
big people person. My circle is small
Yeah.
and very intimate, so but it's good to network and get out there and meet different people and just see what everybody else is about. And of course, at that time, I had my three switch Gavanelli, and there was so many accordionists, but Gavanelli was the big thing. Especially the six switch was coming out, the two tones, the five switch, and pues I wanted to try out every accordion I could. So anytime I saw somebody, hey, what's going on? Hey, let me see, let me borrow your accordion, man. Let me check it out. So get my hands on a new accordion. Heck yeah, man. It's all about
It-
that. So, but had a lot of fun.
Well,
yeah.
I
It's funny.
remember.
It's funny that
I remember, if see Junior remembers, because remember, Mom and them didn't get tickets down on the floor, so we had tickets because Freddie Records had bought us the tickets. So I remember getting all excited. Remember Junior going up to the second, the 200 section,
Yes.
and going over there, and everybody's freaking out. We're going to go see our mom. Hey, what'd you think? And everybody's like, man, these are the dudes who were just on the stage, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Everybody taking pictures. I'm like, we don't know any better. I mean, we're young, this is exciting for us. So though that's the thing that I remember. I remember the prep before seeing Johnny Lee and uh, Ricky Munoz and seeing Bobby Pulido. Yeah,
Mhm.
Tropa
I
F.
remember
I
guys from
remember seeing,
Rodeo. I remember the guys from Rodeo.
yes,
Hermano
I mean
Jaime.
that
Yeah.
was
I I
great.
remember
Go ahead, Johnny.
I I remember meeting. I always wanted to meet Ruben Ramos, and I met him that night, brother.
What?
I met him that night because I loved that guy right there, man. Phenomenal voice,
El Gato
and I
Negro.
met him that night, and I was starstruck, dude, because that's who I wanted to meet, and besides everybody else, but Ruben Ramos, I don't, dude. He's just the
Hey,
old
it's
cat
a
that I
good
wanted to meet,
thing
and
that
I got to meet him that
Ruben
night.
Ramos didn't take Johnny from us that night because ya sabes, I mean, it's how this motherfucker wants to go and he wants to go drum with what do you call it, Ruben Ramos? No, Ruben Ramos is a great band. He's
Dude,
always been a great band,
yes,
and
yes.
his music's phenomenal. I mean, it was great to see all the artists. If you guys remember that time, do you remember how many people? Do y'all remember how many people were there? Because I remember, I can't forget it.
Man, I don't know. I want to say was it 60?
Was it 60?
It was
Was it 60,000?
55,000 plus right there.
Yeah.
That was the biggest. That
Yeah.
was the pinnacle.
Yeah, give or take.
That was the pinnacle
Yeah.
of the Tejano Music Awards. The year after, the attendance started to fall, and thereafter, year after year, it started to fall, where they ended up moving it out of the Alamo Dome. And then I don't know the history of it since then, but I remember so that was the year Selena passed away. She won 6 awards, even though she wasn't there. Emilio
Yeah.
did his thing, and my opinion. I believe Jay deserved one of those 6 awards at least. With Steel Rain, that was a phenomenal CD.
Oh yeah. That was
He
a great,
didn't win
good
it.
album.
In my
Yes,
humble
yes.
opinion, I think that's why it began. It just got very, very routine. Emilio's gonna win them, and well, Selena, if she wasn't there, she would win them prior. So I think that's for me, in my opinion, that's what led to the downfall in the Tejano Music Awards. I mean, we're fortunate to still have that. I wish that one day it could go back to that, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to go back that far. Gentlemen, anything else that you guys remember about that?
No, I honestly don't remember.
The party afterwards.
The party afterwards. I don't even remember.
I do
the
have
party afterwards.
I do have still the little Coke bottles that were on the tables. It said Tejano Music Awards 1996. I still have that little Coke bottle, man.
Unbelievable, man.
There, I have
Really?
it put away, and I have my stage pass and all that stuff. I have all that stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had it, but I didn't care two shits in those days about anything, man. I'm glad you did. Well, gentlemen,
You know what, Esteban?
what's up?
I might still have that vest somewhere. I might still have that vest. I'm thinking it's put up somewhere or in. I don't know if I find it.
I know for sure that
I'll-
I have mine. I
I'll
have
show
mine.
you.
I have almost all my clothes from when we played. It
Gentlemen,
doesn't fit me
check this out.
because it's
What about
too small, but
Gentlemen, let's take.
What about the machine outfit?
No,
I have
I
it,
wish I
yeah.
had mine, man. No,
I have it.
I know Junior would. Hey guys,
Yeah.
let's show some. What do you call it? Some comments here. I got my a Facebook friend Elsa. I don't know if she's still on. Elsa Herrera. I don't know. Do y'all know who she is? She's a good singer, man. She performs a lot in the Market Square downtown, San Antonio, like estilo and mariachi. Very passionate singer. Thank you for tuning in, Elsa. I appreciate it. Let's see, Blanca. She's still tuned in here. What does it say? Nos deben un live como cuando era eficaz. Vean, pues ya sabes. Junior, what do you have to say about that?
Pues I don't know, es nomás de cambiarle el nombre y ahí en la pantalla, ¿verdad?
No, hombre, güey, no la cagas de madre, tío, güey.
Le cambiamos.
Chinga, la cagas de madre, tío. Okay, here's a good one, guys.
Inez, what's up, brother?
Chingaste, man.
Right, here we go. Check this out. Did y'all get to meet
Oscar?
Selena? I never did in person, though.
No, I never met Selena.
I wish I could go back now that I see Selena and some of the things she did. In those days, Junior, I didn't like her because Erica was Selena this, Selena that. But man, I see some of the things she did and the performances she put on. I wish I could go back in time and get in one of her performances. We did see her, remember at the Hemisphere Park?
Yeah, we saw her when they threw that Gatorade bottle at her or whatever, and they stopped everything.
Oh, yes, they stopped the show.
Remember?
That's right. I mean, remember when the shows se juntaban 20,000, 18,000, 20,000 personas downtown San Antonio, boy.
If they want to see the cat.
You can't even get that. Oh, quieren ver el gato, dice. Stevie Ray, what's up, my friend Stevie Ray? Guys, you don't know who
Stevie
Stevie Ray
Ray.
is. This is a monster Mahu player, bro. Thank you for tuning in, man. This guy is phenomenal. We got to perform with him.
Saludos.
We got to perform with him and Jaime here back, what was it, February 1st. Man, JDA put on a phenomenal show. It was great to see them and meet Stevie Ray because I have a lot of respect for him and the things he does. And like I said, I enjoy watching all his videos. My friend, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Martín Valdés, Sertuche, Osvaldo Ortega, Islas, saludos desde acá de Texas a los de Monterrey. Gracias por el apoyo. Elsa Herrera, saludos.
There you
¿Quién más?
go.
Here we got Stevie Ray, ándale, Carlos,
Man, you know what, fool?
Oscar, Inés.
Vamos a decir aquí, here. Let's see. Graben el unplug que tienen en YouTube donde ven nuestra decisión y tu amigo y tu amante.
I'm all for that. You know how I like that. I love that song.
Vamos, esa rola sí me gusta, pero hey,
yeah.
En el futuro nunca sabes, porque aquí en el show de Puro Potente hablamos del presente, el pasado y el futuro.
Eso.
What do we got here? Oscar.
Hey,
Rios.
salud. Oscar Rios, that's a good friend of mine. Saludos. He's a drummer también. Hell of a musician, man. Saludos, Oscar Rios de Victoria.
Okay,
Saludos.
watch out. Is Inés still here? What's up, canales? You know what? Because I didn't see you last week. You must have been busy, but here you go.
Show it.
If
Show
you're
it.
still in, right? Let's say it. Say it, Johnny. Go ahead and say it. Say it. Show it.
Say it, Inés. Show it.
There it is, my man. This was back in 2021. Inés, we showed it last week, but I don't think he was on. So, but I did tag him in around that time frame we were on. So that's what I remember. It was Ali's friend. We met him and it was great. Took this picture. He posted it. I took it off to show everyone. So it was great to meet him, and hopefully we can see him very soon. Maybe we'll go up to his area. He was talking about he had an accordion. He had an accordion.
Hey, bro, he just got out of the hospital last night, man. So hopefully he's doing good, man. Brother.
Yes.
Hope he's doing well, man. Hope he's doing well. Saludos to Daniel Monroe, another drummer, another friend of mine, drummer Daniel Monroe, de aquí de Victoria. Salud, Daniel.
Check this
Salud,
out.
bro.
We got right here. DJ Taz, what's up, brother? Watch out, Daniel Monroe. They had TJ Taz. Ahí estás,
Yeah.
Está
All right.
What's up, brother? That's a hell of a drum. Hey, bro, he used to play with Joel Nava, brother.
Oh,
hell of a
heck
drummer,
yeah.
man.
I'm on here right now. I know you
Yeah.
are. What do you got? I know that. That's right. We wouldn't show that picture. I told you 2 weeks ago. Send us the picture, and we would talk about it and the experience. Hey, man, thank you so much for keeping up with Potente and Puro Potente. We really appreciate it. Guys, I'm going to play a little cutaway, and then we're going to cut to our next segment. But first, we're going to take in this. Here we go. All right, just a little pause for the cause, guys. All right, here we go.
We now pause for idea of a station.
Okay, that was the idea of Puro Potente here. Okay, gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead. I put a video together of some of our friends that performed at the fanfare. Okay, and we're gonna take a look at it. One, of course, is myself. We're playing with Pecado, and then we got the Torres brothers, man, Imposible. I got sick of theirs. Johnny, that's going to be yours. And then we're going to save this one for when he comes up, all right? It's compa right here. Compa territory, all right? So we're going to go ahead and watch that and talk about it. And then we'll give our insight, each independently, our insight on qué es lo que pensamos, qué es lo que opinamos de ese evento y cómo funciona todo. Vamos a ver. I want to shout out to Conjunta Diferencia. I was at the Grasshopper Club performing with Puro Pecado, and I asked Johnny, I said, hey man, can I play one of the drums? He said, sure, come on up. I wanted to play a ranchera, but in their set, it was what do you call it? In their set, it was the cumbia. So I ended up playing. Was it like Aquecita and another song that I never heard of? But hey, I want to thank Johnny and the Punto Diferencia and all those guys for giving me an opportunity to play. Johnny, I know he calls me the next day. Well, I was at Subway and Johnny says, "I thought you were on the bus, man, to to Arizona." Johnny, no vale madre.
Hey, man. But I gotta give it to those guys, man. Those guys, they're moving, man. And congratulations, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job, man. Hey, los aplaudo, man. Them guys right there, they're moving, brother.
I got to talk with Johnny that night and tell him, I said, man, yo, what y'all do? I said, I know that there's not a lot of money in this, so it's passion driven. So I said, you know what? You guys come out here and y'all put on several shows, not just the Fanfare, the Market Square. They played Grasshopper. They played at Jaime's Place. There's multiple places that I saw that they played. And you know what? They give it their heart and soul, and it's a pleasure to meet them and see all their energy. And here's a little clip of me performing with Pecado. We're gonna we'll talk a little bit after that as well. Got to meet Luciano, the drummer. First time he sat in with us, and this guy is really, really good. Mandale $1 for his friends down here. No, man, it was good to have this guy sit in. It's a phenomenal drummer. He used to play with Tono from Mathis. He plays with Las Arias, a local drummer, but very, 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 very good. We played on Wednesday. He didn't play with us. This is Saturday night. Saturday night, he knew the entire set, so very professional. And I look forward to working with him and Grupo Picado in the future. There you go, Junior, so you can get an idea of what it sounded like, Junior. When you put in Luciano.
Se oyó bien, gacho.
Bien gacho, I know. Go ahead, just say it.
Hoy Daniel, despidiendo. Muchas gracias, San Antonio, Texas. Gracias.
It was a good time, man.
Oscar
Saludos,
Montalbán,
Daniel.
saludos.
We're celebrating Cristina Guerrero's birthday party. If you don't know who Cristina Guerrero is, that is sister to Tony Guerrero La Sombra. Tony was there earlier. I would have liked to have gotten to see him, take a picture with him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there late. Maybe next time I'll get there a little earlier. I mean, I was working, so I would have liked to seen Tony and just say hi. You know, it's been so many years since I've seen him and spoken with him, so it would have been great too. But it is what it is. He seems to be doing well. Here we're going to continue the video. Johnny, who are these guys? Tell us a little bit about them.
Oh man, this is imposible. Daniel and Lawrence Torres. Saludos. Man, these guys right here, man, I've known them since I was a teenager, bro. I was just telling Anthony a story earlier. My dad used to play accordion with their dad and their tío. They were called Los Torres out of El Campo. And I met these guys, man, when I was young, you know, and nobody knows that story. But my dad played accordion with them, and so I've known Lawrence and Bobby for a long time. I said, and these guys are hell of a musicians. They come from a family of musicians, man, great musicians. I mean, as a matter of fact, they got their primos Roman, Roman Torres, and then their brother, his brother Rudy Torres, hell of a bajo player and accordion player from El Campo. Saludos, Roman and Rudy Torres. But these guys right here, man, like I said, my dad used to play accordion with their dad and their uncle, and they were called Los Torres back in the day from El Campo. And, man, great guys, great musicians. I mean, these guys tore it up at Fanfare. I was watching video on them. Great guys, man. And I mean, not only as musicians, as friends, man. These guys are real talented. And saludos, Lawrence and Bobby, man.
All right, yes, Lawrence is a big fan. He's always shooting me messages. I appreciate all the love, and I thought I'd shoot it back at him. The love. These guys, they perform great, high energy. I love high energy bands, so it's good. I made a little clip of them. And Junior, this one is yours. Who are we looking at right now?
That's the pride of Karnes County, Mr. Ali. Ali Garza. El compa mayor ahí. Oye, so Fanfare was overtaken by Karnes County this year. Ahí estaba J.R. Reina, ahí estaba Ali, ahí estaba Brandon, ahí estaba, I don't know, Benny Ramón, ahí estaba Ramón Guzmán, sí, el gordo feo, pero ahí estaba. Saludos Saludos a todos ellos, no, con mucho cariño, con mucho amor, ¿verdad? Pero bromeando nada más,
No crees?
no te ofendas, no te agüites. But yeah, look like everybody
Orange
had a good
County.
time out there, man. Looked like a really good time. I'm glad that Karnes County, Karnes City could be represented by such talented musicians.
Bachelor?
A whole
I
lot of
tell
talent there
you,
on that
did you
stage.
see that, Johnny? Did you see that, Johnny? What's up?
Yes, I saw
Girl, I like
that.
it. Hey, it was like a flat seven that he was playing that he landed. I was like, man, when I saw the video and I was cutting, it, I said, man, dude, I think that's a flat seven. It was sweet, man. Like, damn,
Yeah.
boy.
And
And watch how he moved. He grooved. I said, damn, Ali's grooving it up there, baby.
No se agüita el compa, siempre
No,
echándole
como
ganas.
dice, hey, el compa, pero sin la canción de Karim León.
No,
Nomás
no,
el
Oh,
no.
compa. Nomás el compa.
no, we're
No
not going
dije
there.
de compas, dije el compa.
Nomás el compa.
Well, gentlemen, I'll tell you. I like I said, I did a interview earlier in the week with Buddy Oraldo and Nemo, and we were discussing this and my thoughts, personal thoughts on the event and what I think of some of the bands, not bands particularly, but Johnny and I, we discussed this earlier. This is a great event where musicians can meet media. I think that's the biggest plus that you can take away from this event. You connect the musicians with the media, but a lot of times you've got uh, you've got solo artists who don't have bands that are on that have time slots and no band to go on. Johnny, tell us a story. What'd you hear?
Man, I what I heard and what I seen is, I mean, I just don't get how you're gonna go book. I'm not gonna mention no names, but I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers because, like you say, Anthony, we're gonna ruffle some feathers, and then
Siempre
they're
le
probably gonna know
haces,
who I'm talking
bro. Tú
about.
nomás muévele. You stir the pot, my
Pero,
brother. Stir the pot.
Hey, don't tear off, no
pero,
arranques las
I
plumas.
mean,
Nomás así, güey. No le arranques las plumas.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say, I mean, I saw it all this year, bro. I mean, uh, I saw a band that got booked, that's booked for a time slot, and 3 hours before showtime is posting, "Hey, I need an accordion player, I need a bass player, I need a drummer." Well, bro, on tal grupo,
Un tal grupo.
¿por qué? ¿Por qué estás? Why are you booking yourself? I mean, why booking yourself for an event like this? Give other bands opportunity that have their band already, but yet you're looking for basically your whole band 3 hours before showtime. That right there didn't sit good with me, bro. That right there. I mean, that's my opinion. Pero man, you got bands that got their shit together. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but they got their shit together. They're ready to go, and you're not giving them the day or time to do this. And then you got guys out here like that 3 hours before showtime looking for a whole band to back them up. To me, that's not right,
What
bro.
about you, Junior?
But that's my
Your
opinion.
take
And
on this event and from your perspective?
That's definitely rough, man. I don't know what the process is for that. But I mean, on the flip side, I don't know who the fault lies on there. I mean, if you're a band and you're promoting yourself and you're having issues with retaining your band members, well, so maybe you might want to forego that opportunity to play at fanfare, because you're just not ready, you're not prepared, you're not stable enough. So I mean, it goes. It's kind of on both sides, and TTMA needs to vet better, I guess, to do a better job of vetting who these bands are, and if they have a substantial following, or if they have a viability, if they've been around long enough. Those are the guys that you want to be hiring and maybe getting some exposure down south, a little farther this way, was supposedly the capital of Tejano music, right? Pero so yeah, I mean, like, the blame goes kind of go all the way around. But I mean, and I understand stuff happens. You lose a musician or some guy can't make it for whatever reason. For a lot of people, this isn't a full time gig. This is weekend warriors. But I mean, if you're gonna dedicate yourself to that and you're gonna book a time slot, well, so, I mean, you have an obligation to fulfill there, and it's your responsibility to come through for that opportunity that was given to you. And well, so, I mean, I don't know, man. You know me, man. You should have called me if you needed a corn player.
Well, hey, I'm gonna run with what you got there. You're right. You say whose fault, and I understand this. You guys understand this. You've been part of this business long time, where an event coordinator knows people. Okay, so somebody comes up to you, say Junior Q, say you are the event coordinator, and I come up to you, hey canalito, man, I have a band over here, los puedes meter. That's fine because nos conocemos. I understand that relationship and that dynamic and how pues, the people you know is how you get in there. But as the event coordinator, I know this personally because this is the second year in a row that I put in an application for Potente to perform there. And they say, go ahead. They want to know a little history of the group. They want to know some videos, current videos, so they can see that if this is a gigging band, it's the same guys. I did all that, and yet we still have this where you got people looking for band members a couple of hours before they get up. When you have groups like Potente and I'm several other groups that are ready to roll, willing to fill those slots. And even if you put in an application, what's the first thing they tell you? Oh, just fill out an application, go on. Yeah. Well, I did that 2 years in a row, got nowhere. And then this is multiple years that you see this. This is not the first year this happens. Trust me. We played at the Market Square, Grupo Pecado. We were playing in the middle. There was only two stages, and we're there playing, and nobody gets paid, so to speak. And as we're in the middle of our set, a guy who I don't know says, "Hey, you know what? Y'all want to play another set? We'll pay you." Ay, qué curioso. Ahora sí me van a pagar porque ya no tienen entretenimiento. Pero, para la invitación primero, oh, no es gratis, pero ya están dentro de la pared. Y, what do you call it? Like, ¿qué vamos a hacer? In the main stage of San Saba, they're like, pues no hay grupo. Básico's on there. I mean, Básico's a good group. You know what I mean? If they would have known that, they'd probably put Básico a little bit later. I don't know who burned them. I don't know. But these are the types of things that go on in these events. And I mean, we need to hold these people, whoever responsible, because I mean, the losers are the fans. You know what I mean? And I could understand if you didn't have any groups, there weren't groups that weren't willing to fill those slots. But that's not the case. I don't think.
I don't think it is either. I think there's plenty of groups out
Yeah.
there
No.
that given the opportunity, they'll show up and they'll do a good job, and they'll show why they deserve to be there. Um, and it's a variety of music. It's not just strictly conjunto or tejano music. It's a variety of music, tropical, grupero, everything. Um, but given the proper opportunity, right? I mean, se tiene que dar la chance de ahí para
I
que vaya conociendo más grupos y la conocencia de uno, ¿verdad? But I mean, at the end of the day, van a hacer lo que van a hacer, ¿verdad? I mean, that's the bottom line. At the end of the day, van a hacer lo que van a
yeah.
hacer. And if they want to be professional
I
or act in a manner that's more professional and make this thing something that it used to be, the event that it used to be, they have to get more professional, more intentional with what they're doing and how they're doing it. But again, unfortunately we're at the hands of a limited number of people, a few select few who control what happens there and how it happens and with whom. Pues you're either in the group or you're in the in crowd or you're not in the in crowd. You're part of the group or you're not part of the group. And so unfortunately, not everybody's
yeah.
uh, can be in that group, in that little inner circle. And so you get overlooked. Pero bueno, ¿qué le hace uno? I guess we'll just submit another application next year, yo creo. I mean, I guess.
But say, hey, man, one more year. Hey, Johnny, tell
No,
me something, Johnny.
no.
Talk to me.
Yo nomás digo esto. I got a lot of, I mean, I got a lot of friends and bands that they said they did the proper procedure. What you're saying, Anthony? Hey, turn in the video, show me you're playing, do this, do that. They filled out the paperwork, and out of the people that I know that told me that didn't get a call, nothing. Me, I see it like, man, like last year there was a band that they were trying to get in. I'm not going to mention the band's name. They were trying to get in. They said, no, we don't got no more time slots. But then another friend of ours, they weren't even in the Tejano Music Awards, but they call this person. Oh yeah, we got room. Boom, they put them in. Stuff like that, bro. I mean, it just comes down to who
It
on
really
the
is,
inside,
man.
bro. And there's a lot of talent out here, bro, that needs to be seen. And these people, these bands are trying to go in there and show off their talent. But when you got uh, something like that, I mean, I don't. to me, man, I feel sorry for the bands that they want to do that and they can't get in there because they don't have the
Maybe, you
inside
And
know,
connection,
that's
man.
exactly
That's
what
what I
I'm
feel
saying.
sorry
As
for.
far as us, I mean, I've done it 2 years in a row. We don't know the people. We're coming back. I understand, because I'm not throwing shade at any of the groups because I
not at
think
all.
there's some groups. I think there's some groups, and I'm going to mention them. I think there's some groups out there that are very well deserving of those spots. My boy, Chris Ramirez, Letal. They had a slot, a very good slot. Those guys are a gigging band. I keep up with them. Chris does a phenomenal job in Letal Land. So I mean, and that's a band that is gigging. So you know what I mean. You see those guys. Watch their videos of Letal, the Letal page. You see those guys gigging. So you don't mind seeing those guys perform there. The Conjunto Cats, they perform there. Those guys are the same guys that perform. Yeah, I mean, week in, week out.
Yep.
Now that is legit. But when you see guys up there and who is this guy? Oh, I know that guy, the singer. But those other guys, I nomás se arrimaron. Aquí te vendo un 50, 60 porque me ayudes. And the 40. How many songs does it take to play 40, 45 minutes? 10 songs? Let's go play 10 más songs. 10
10
más songs
songs.
that everybody and their mothers knows. And there you go. I mean, the losers are the fans, in my opinion. That's what it is. And the event coordinator, I mean, how can you stand behind that? Like Junior
Yeah.
said, we as fans and other bands should demand excellence from this event because this event is a very good event that brings people of from all over the United States.
From
Yes,
everywhere.
the media,
Everywhere.
and then of course all of the dances is created because of the 4 or 5 day event downtown. I mean, you got the clubs from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every club throwing dances.
That's why I say look at the
Of
revenue.
course.
Look at the revenue happening after these after parties.
Yeah.
These after parties, bro. The revenue, from that event going on. Look at the revenue happening in San Antonio.
I
You
think
know, I mean, there's
you
people
guys, I
from
think
everywhere, bro.
what bothers
The
me the
parties.
most is not a whole lot bothers me anyway. I really don't care, but what bothers me the most is to see one band perform four
Multiple times.
times in one day. Why why is that
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
understand
you.
why that's necessary. If the spots are full and you're telling me that you don't have any more spots available, why is the same band performing four times in the same day? On the same stage or on a variety of stages?
Yeah.
Well, that just tells me that you didn't do your part in coordinating that event coordinator, like as your name would imply, that you're there to coordinate the event, but somehow
Yeah.
these bands end up playing 4 or 5 times. In a matter of 3 days, you got a band that'll play 6 times, 7 times on different stages on different days,
Yep.
which is I can
Yeah.
understand. I mean, that's good for the band. I'm not knocking it on the That's great for the band. It's great exposure. But that doesn't do much for the fan base that's watching this because they get to see the same band perform the same set 7 times.
Well,
So instead of
say
watching
this.
five different bands.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I saw a lot of that last year and the previous year. I didn't necessarily see that this year. I think they rectified that this year. I don't know. I'm not going to say that one band didn't play multiple times at Fanfare because now you got the Market Square thing going on. So, I mean, don't confuse the two. You know what I mean? Because I saw
Yeah, claro.
the Conjunto Diferencia play at Fanfare and they also played at Market Square. It's two different events. So I understand that. Now, last year, I did see, I remember the year we went in 2021, same thing. There was, I mean, 4 or 5 day stretch. Multiple bands played 3 or 4 days. I'm like, dude, every day they're playing. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't see that this year. So I think they rectified that. So I'm not going to just throw shade at the event coordinator. Good job on that. But I think we need to do a better job of vetting these groups. Are they really worthy of it? Do they have a group? Because, I mean, on the application, they make you send multiple videos so they can see that the band is consistent. You know what I mean? So what are these? How are these guys getting in who don't have a group? I mean, because it's your personal friend.
But are you really? But are you really going through the process of looking at that applications that they're sending, or you just, you know what? Are you just doing it just to make it? I mean, to me, are you really looking at the applications? Are you really going through what they're sending you in? Because to me, I don't think so. To me, it just seems like they're just making it look good. Hey, let's do this, let's do that. But hey, you know what? Contraire, hey, it's who we know. I mean, that's me. That's the way I see it, bro.
I agree. I agree. Another thing that was funny to me, and I mean, I'm not throwing shade, but guys, you know this. some of the best times as a musician, in general, no matter what you're playing, one of the best things to do is juntarte con otros músicos como el compa Ali, el rey de eso, de juntarse con otros músicos en su casa o en un rancho, ya sabes, Junior, ya has estado ahí con él acompañándolo, y se ponen pedos, se comienzan a tocar. That's some of the best, as a musician, the politics aside. There's no politics.
Yeah.
It's just music at its purest. You know what I mean? And I believe there's a place for that. Johnny, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
There, what do you call it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that's a musician thing. And I had this conversation with Buddy earlier. He told me about last year, I think it was, at one of the events, at the after event, all the musicos got together and did like a jam session. That's not for the people, man. That's for the musicos. You know what I mean? And the close friends of the musicos in a very small. I don't know how to call it venue, but yeah, a
Venue.
very small. It's like an after thing
Yeah.
outside in a barbecue. You know what I mean? Somebody's backyard. I don't.
Backyard.
I don't think
Yeah.
necessarily that is something that should be put out on an event like this. That's my opinion. Junior, what do you think about that?
If I understand what you're saying is that the that these events are not a jam session for a variety of musicians to just get up and special guest musicians, yes, but just pick people up out of the crowd and just, hey, come on up and play, play a song with the jam the whole set or whatever. Is that what? If I'm understanding correctly, that's what you're getting at, right?
No, I'm getting at that there's a time slot, or at least it appeared that way. There's a time slot, and somebody's up there, and it's so and so and friends, and people are just
Okay.
getting up playing in a
Well,
time
that's what I'm
slot.
saying. Right, right. You're just taking up a time slot, but it's just como decir, almost like a medley of different musicians getting up and just and
Yes,
jamming out, basically a jam session, right? It's an unplugged. It was a well,
Yeah.
not necessarily unplugged, but it's an unscripted jam session, right?
yes.
But no, I agree. Eso es entre los músicos, ¿verdad? Un evento donde haya comida, música, ambiente. You're just chilling with your guys, a small, close circle of friends, and you're just having a good time. But generally, that's I don't know, man. It's cada quien lo suyo, pero I don't know that I would necessarily. I'll go up there and play a song. I don't know that I'll jam a whole set with you. That's just not something I would do as a guest musician. Hey, we got this guy. He happens to be here. He's gonna get up and play a song. Okay, está bien. And then de ahí me despido, ¿verdad? Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. And it was a lot of fun. Pero yeah,
Johnny, what do you have to say?
I'm with Junior on this. I see it more like, if you're gonna make that happen, like let's do that at backyard. Let's have a little, barbecue, friends and close friends and family. Hey, let's just do a little jam session. Let's pull out the accordion and the bajo and let's sing. And that's, to me, that's more of a backyard get together, or little fada fada at the house. Just hey, Ali knows what I'm talking about. Ali does it every
Ali
week.
es el campeón
So,
de eso, güey. Tú mírale todo, véale todos
He's
los
a
lives,
campeón.
cuando transmita en
Yeah.
vivo siempre anda acá, al compadre Juan o somewhere con sus bucanas, tirando
Yeah.
gritos, man, with
Yeah.
pinche bass hecho madre, güey. And that's fine. I love watching Ali
Yeah.
perform like that. In that
Me too.
environment. I
Me
just
too.
don't think, Ali was one of the ones that got up there, and J.R. Reyna. They got up there, performed. Well, they weren't scheduled to perform. They were going to perform. That's why they were off stage, and they said, "Well, come on up." Bro, there's a time slot where other groups could be performing groups who could use the exposure, could be in those time slots, and instead they're doing something that should be done. Okay, when the fanfare's over that day, vamos a juntarnos acá, Ali. We're over here. We're gonna go ahead and todos los músicos. You remember the year Eddie Gonzalez Jr. when he invited us to
Yeah.
Salsa Place?
Sir Winston's.
Well, there you go. You win. Now that was
I did.
different. You know what I mean? Because imagine if what you saw there, wherever you went. Imagine if you would have seen that there at Fanfare. What would your thoughts have been? You'd be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? This is where you're
Yeah.
supposed to showcase talent, bands, to
it's
promote bands.
it's just a time and place thing, man. It's just a
Yeah,
time
of
and place. Y
course.
como te digo, cada quien lo suyo, ¿verdad? Everybody do whatever you want. It's fine. But if you're gonna build the event as a particular type of event, which is a fanfare, fan favorites, um, leading up to the TTMA Music Awards, pues I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's lacking a little bit of structure there, and there have to be boundaries. I mean, I know it's fun. It's fun. Certainly fun for the musicians. Any
Of
musician loves to play
course.
music, man. And
Yes.
it's a lot of fun. You get up there with a bunch of different musicians. You get to jam, and some you vibe with, some you don't, whatever. But it's up to the event coordinator or the people running the show. Like, hey, that's not what we're looking for here. We got a band. If Where's your band? Is your band going to play? If not, then I need you to just let's put up the other band and we'll go next and kind of move down the road. But people don't like to ruffle feathers and don't like to take control of situations. And while I don't want to tell the artist what to do, well, I mean, if the artist is making a decision that's bad for your business, and it's your obligation to the people that are there at your event to say, hey, you know what? That's not what we're doing. That's not what this is about. We hired your band. We didn't hire a bunch of different musicians to come and just play. And so, but again, people don't like to ruffle
Yeah.
feathers a lot of times. I probably would never make it as an event coordinator because I got a big mouth and I don't mind ruffling feathers. Everybody knows that. But I mean, it is what it is, and it's all good. You can do it tactfully. You can do it respectfully and get your message across. There's a way to do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's funny that you say that because one of the things it said, and y'all don't know this because y'all ain't the ones that are registering the band. It says that if you get chosen to perform and you don't perform, you're banned for 3 or 4 years. Hell, we've never given the opportunity. So, and I think it appears that we're already banned for 3 or 4 years, and we haven't even given the opportunity to show up. I mean, think
Yeah.
about that. And then you
So,
got guys showing up without bands and stuff like
so
this,
the
and yet
the
they're
un-
there next year.
but the unfortunate part of that, it says, okay, the band is banned for 3 or 4 years, but that band was is hasn't been together for 3 months. So
No,
those
they've been there
musicians are going to
24
end up with a
hours.
different band, and they'll be back there again the following year with a different band. You see what I'm saying? It's just like a roller coaster, so it doesn't really matter.
Ay, ay, ay.
So 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 in reality, they're not getting banned because they'll be back with another
Exactly.
band
They'll
Te
be
next year.
out
cambian
there.
el nombre del grupo y cambian un integrante y haces otro grupo
Ya es otro
diferente.
grupo. Pone otro cantante, son los mismos, pero es otro cantante con otro
That's
nombre.
it.
Nombre es otro
There
grupo.
you go.
Hey,
There you go.
and
Yeah.
yet we performing, and there's no, and I do it the legit way, and there's no way. I mean, we're just not. I don't even think they look at the applications personally, and which is fine. I mean, I don't care as long as you get
That's
a bunch of Chris Ramirez and Letal Conjunto Cats, and you feel that event with groups like that. I'll have nothing to say because those groups like that letalonean, and those are just
Yeah.
two because I keep up with them. They're young guys,
yeah.
they're some of my favorites of the young guys, and so if you feel el cartel with those type of groups like that, que letalonean, I got no problem. But when Johnny tells me stuff like he told me, I said, man, come on, man. That's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
Couldn't agree
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Hey, not to go off subject, pero hey, buddy, did you see condolences, man? Did you see the sax player to Roberto Polillo passed
Oh, I
away
did
today,
see
bro?
that, man. I did
Gary.
see that. I saw it on Facebook earlier. Yeah, man.
Yes, man,
Condolences. Nuestra
man,
compadre
condolences to
toda la
him and his
familia.
family and to Roberto Polillo and the whole band, Los
And
Clásicos,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Wow, man, man, that was I seen that today, bro. That was man. That guy's been with
Oh
Roberto for a
yeah,
while,
very
bro.
unique
You
sound,
know,
man. A very
it's
unique
crazy.
sound. You can tell the difference,
Yeah,
Un
yeah,
músico, maybe not the average listener,
yes,
but un músico sí sabe la diferencia entre diferentes músicos, saxofonistas.
yes,
You can tell the difference. I mean, they put a lot of heart and soul into their instrument, just like any other instrument. Yes, no, that's it. He had a very unique
yeah,
style
man,
of playing the saxophone. I very much enjoyed listening to the clásicos back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
yeah,
All right, guys.
yeah, yeah,
Next
yes,
week
sir.
we'll touch more on the Arrepiéntete video that we're going to be shooting here in a few weeks. I'm excited about that. We'll touch a little bit on that, and maybe we can bring Daniel in on this. That would be great. Let's see if I can get him to what do you call it? Get ready, and so that way we can bring him in, and then in a couple of weeks we'll bring in Izzy and have everybody, everybody's thoughts as the full Potente instead of just the Potente triangle. Guys, any last thoughts before we call it quits here?
I just want to say thank you to everybody. That's every week looks like it's getting better and better, and we're gonna try our best to get better and better. And thank you for joining us in Puro Potentes segment, and just keep supporting. And mira, what's that? Daniel says I just woke up.
There you go. Just woke up. Vamos a ver qué pedo.
Saludos.
Hey, vamos a ver qué pedo next week. Hey, you need to wake up at 7:30, not at 9 o'clock next week. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that.
No, pero like I said, man, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, and I appreciate everything. And it's gonna get better and better. And I hope everybody keeps tuning in. And thank you for watching.
Monica.
Man.
I know
Gracias.
it was slow because of the a lot of the fanfare thing was going on. There was so much going on, so I understood why the show was a little bit slower. The Puro Potente. Oh, that's what I'm talking to. Daniel, I saw you were with Lucio. What were y'all recording, man? You didn't tell me. I'm feeling bad. Y'all didn't invite me to the session. I'm like, man, hey, I bleed Potente and Pecado here. And man, I'm like, were y'all recording Pecado and I didn't know this? Or were y'all doing work in another project? That's what I want to know, Daniel. No, hombre. And next week,
he said it was a G14 classified. G14 classified.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna bring him in next week so he can hit on the G14 classified part, and he'll fill everybody in. Since he is our director of the videos, we'll have the perspective of Arrepiéntete video come directly from the director, not us. I mean, he's gonna be able to. It's his vision, and we're just gonna bring it to life, right? Right? Yeah.
Pues ojalá, yeah.
I hope so. All right, guys. It's for a project for a Houston band. There you go. I like it. I love it. Hey, and you picked a phenomenal drummer, man. Luciano, man, he's great. And I said, I'm glad that he helped us out. And I hope that he becomes a member of Pecado. That would be great to round us out. As Pecado, much like Potente, is rounded out. Daniel rounded out this group. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and play Besos Bonitos, the video. And we'll check that out, and then nos despidemos, okay?
Sounds good, man.
All righty.
Si no te hubiera dado un beso, jamás sabrías de mi amor. Pero hoy que ya te he besado, ahora comprendes que no vives sin mi amor. Y siento orgullo que me hayas dicho que fui el primero que te besó. Pues esa dicha
Round up Potente. No matter, you round up Potente, my brother. That's thank you so much.
de mi amor. Besos bonitos, los que nos damos con mucho amor. Entre caricias y cariñitos me llegan dentro del corazón. Si no te hubiera dado un beso, jamás sabrías de mi amor.
Muchísimas gracias, mi amigo. Muchísimas gracias por todo el apoyo. Te lo agradezco.
Ahora comprendes que no vives sin mi amor. Y siento orgullo que me hayas dicho que fue el primero que te besó. Pues esa dicha es la más grande
saludos a Don.
que
María.
Tú me has dado, princesita
Carlos.
de mi amor. Besos bonitos, los que nos
Daniel Monroe, my
damos
Pepsi brother, Daniel Sánchez.
con mucho amor. Entre caricias y
Mándale sus
cariñitos
dólares.
me llegan dentro del corazón.
Dice Carmen.
I'll do one for you guys. Here we go. Johnny, I don't know if you saw this one. It's shot at you, okay? Here we go. Mándale $1 por el sprint, Johnny.
I saw that one. Hey,
Hey, you know what that means, right?
ya guaché una. Ya guaché una. Ya guaché una. Hey, Carmen, ya guaché una. And I'm gonna start it pretty soon, man. So I'll let you know, so you can be the first one, brother.
Oh, man, dude. He's like, man, you ain't clear is what he's saying, vato. Come on. Damas y caballeros, muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes, a todos los espectadores que sintonizaron a nuestro programa Puro Potente. Muchísimas gracias a todas nuestras familias, nuestros amigos que nos acompañaron. Hasta la próxima, el viernes. Gentlemen, do you have anything you would like to add to that?
No, just gracias a
brother.
todos. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Johnny, for coming to us directly from the 70s. It looks like you're in the disco there.
I love it.
But
Leave 'em
thank you.
alone. I love it.
Yeah.
Nomás te faltó
I'm
el
gonna,
polyester
I'm
suit.
gonna, I was gonna wear my cow. I was gonna wear my cowbunga, dude, and my glasses. I was gonna have some Mary Jane in the
el
background.
oversized lapel with the polyester pants and lo que te faltó, pero bueno,
Hey, I just wanted to bring the flashback back, brother.
no, bromeando
All right,
nomás, no, pero saludos a todos, gracias por sintonizar, gracias por acompañarnos, por el apoyo que sigue fuerte, especialmente de Monterrey, toda la región República Mexicana, pues, aquí andamos, vamos a echarle ganas la semana que entra otra vez, another hour down the books, and then see what next week has in store for us, man.
Yep, I'm sure that there'll be something that we'll be talking about. I'll put together a nice list of things to speak on, and it's always a good time here where everything is potente, past, present, and the future. Guys,